Well, in this video, guys, we will be looking at Euclidean geometry. Yes, we are specifically working with geometry. Well, if you are new to this channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe. So we are going to work. With geometry under a module called MIP 2601. Mathematics in the Intermediate Phase 2601. It's a module that is studied by teachers in UNISA in preparation for intermediate phase learners, right? So even if you're not doing that phase, you're not doing that module, there's always a lesson because these are primary basics that you need to know as a person to do well in mathematics. So in this case, under MIP 2601, we are going to work with straight lines, and we are going to work with parallel lines. I will explain their differences. So remember, this video it's more of basics. There will be no activity. There will be basics that will equip us. On our second video, that's where we will look at an activity of MIP 2601. So, but today we're just gonna focus on the basics. So, as I've said, if you're new to this channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly do the right thing. Subscribe, like, comment. Really appreciate you. We are growing as a community. Thank you. Let's begin our video. So in today's video, let's start with I want to start with the postulates. I will explain the postulates when time goes on, right? So but now I want us to look at straight lines. Under geometry, this is what we have. Consider you're having such diagram. Let's name it A here. A, then we'll say A1, we'll say A2, A3. Right, so please use a ruler. When I yourself, you are going to use a ruler. So it's essential that you use a ruler so that you did things proper. So in this case, we can see that these are angles that are on the same straight line. They are on the same straight line. Angle A1 and angle A2 and angle A3. So when angles on the straight line, when angles are on the same straight line like this, they are said to be adjacent angles on a straight line. So they are said to be supplementary. Adjacent angles on a straight line are said to be supplementary. I hope you are noting. Adjacent angles on a straight line are said to be supplementary. So whenever we work with this type of straight line, our reason will be adjacent supplementary angles, right? So let's see how do we apply them. We're going to say you're going to add A1, with A2 as well as with A3. So in this case, we're going to say A1 plus angle A2 as well as plus angle A3. So the reason here, remember I told you that the reason for this, the reason will be adjacent supplementary. This pen is just trying to act. It's acting. So let me put two P's here. It's adjacent supplementary angles. So that's the reason of this, right? So remember, it's adjacent angles on a straight line are supplementary. They are supplementary, meaning that they add up to 180. So in this case, you're going to say A1 plus A2 plus A3, which is equals to 180 degrees. When they say they are supplementary, they add up to 180 degrees. So that's how you are going to work with this straight lines, right? That's the first straight line that we are looking at. Then let's look at the second straight line. The second straight line, you are going to have something like this. Okay, so let's consider this as 1, 2. We're also gonna, let's say it's 3, it's gonna be 4. Let's name it O. So such straight line like this, they are said to be vertical opposite angles. They are said to be vertical opposite angles are equal in this case, meaning that angle O1 will be equal to angle O2, and angle O3 will be equal to angle O4 in this case, right? So what do I mean? I said angle O1 will be equal to angle O2, and angle O3 will be equal to angle O4. Angle O4 will be equal to angle O3, right? So they are said to be, the reason here will be verth opposite. All right, let me just try, and this pen is acting. I'll write it here. It's verth opposite angles equal. This is the reason. So vertically opposite angles are equal. Yes, in this case, just know that these are vertically opposite angles are equal. I hope I'm making sense. That's why I won't rush. Let's see another type of straight line that you may encounter. So this is angle A1. Let's consider this is angle A1, angle A2, angle A3, and angle A4. These are angles around a point. So angles around the point, they are said to be 360. Yes, they form what we call a revolution. So they sum up to 360. So angles around the point sum up to 360, meaning that when you add all of this angle, when you sum up them, sum up means getting a total of this: angle A1, angle A2, angle A3 plus angle A4. Okay, this is supposed to be A4, and there's this. They are equal to 360 degrees. So angle A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4, they are equal to 360. So these are angles around the reason, angles around PT. You may ask yourself, why Mr. Richard says PT? These are angles around the point PT whenever you write the reason. So these are angles around a point, they add up to 360, or they sum up to 360. I hope Mr. Richard is making sense. Hope Mr. Richard is making sense. This way the straight lines, actually. This way the straight lines. Straight. Okay. This, my pen is acting. These were straight lines. We're looking at straight lines. So the first one, we said that adjacent supplementary angles, they are supplementary because they add up to 180. Then also said that these angles are vertically opposite to each other, then meaning that angle O1 is equal to angle O2, angle O3 is equal to angle O4. And then we said these are angles around the point PT. We said that these are angles around the point, meaning that angle A1 plus angle A2 plus angle A3 plus angle A4, they sum up to 360. That's what Mr. Richard says. Then let's look at another type of lines, which we will conclude our video with. They are called parallel lines. Parallel lines. What are parallel lines? Parallel lines are lines that are equal in length, but they never meet. They are equal in length, they never meet. An example of this will be a road. Have you seen those lines that are in a road or a street? Have you ever seen them meet? Once you see them meet, that means you're no longer living in this planet Earth, right? So they will never meet. These are lines that are equal in length, but they never meet. So we will work with parallel lines today. So, but there are 3 types of parallel lines that we must know, especially since we're doing MIP 2601. First one, it's corresponding angles. They form a shape like an F shape. They form an F shape. So these are your parallel lines. You see them by an arrow. Consider, let's say it's F. Here it's G. Say it's F is G. Then this is A. We will name this A1. We will name this F1. Name this F1. Name this F1 A1. Let's name this B. So you have your parallel lines. What are your parallel lines in this case? It's AB, which is parallel to FG, right? These are your parallel lines, right? So in this case, it's FG and AB. So once you see an F shape like this, just know these are corresponding angles. So they are what? Corresponding angles. They are what? They are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. So they form what we call an F shape. You see them by an F shape. Something must be parallel because it has parallel lines. You can never be parallel without parallel lines. You must see that. And I told you that how do you see the parallel lines? They will use arrows. They will use arrows to show you that this is a parallel line, right? Secondly, we have what we call it an alternate. An alternate forms a sort of a Z shape or an N shape, right? They form what? An N or a Z shape. You'll see them by an N or a Z shape. Okay, so there must also be parallel lines as well, guys. Remember, you'll see those parallel lines by an arrow. We're still going to use the same. Let's say it's F and say it's G here, and we'll say A. Also consider this as B, and here it's going to be 1. Here at F is going to be 1. So meaning that alternate angles are also equal. F1 will also be equal to A1. You'll see it, this angle is equals to this angle. So they must form a Z shape. Can you see a Z shape? You can also see an N shape. You see? So these are alternate angles. So alternate, let's say ALT, alternate angles. Alternate angles equal. The reason for you. So in this case, you can see, guys, you can see that alternate angles are equal. So you can see that this angle is equal to this angle. So now, what is the last parallel lines that we need to know? The last parallel lines that we need to know is what we call a co-interior. Co-interior angles. What are co-interior? Let me just draw first. It also has, you must see parallel lines. So given A, B. So we'll name this A1. We'll name this B1. So co-interior, they are said to be, they are supplementary actually. Co-interior are supplementary, and they are known by a U shape. They are known by a U shape. So once you see a U shape, just know that this is a co-interior. So but also check whether it has parallel lines. So we said that co-interior angles are supplementary. I'll just say co-int angles supplementary. When they say they're supplementary, what do they mean? They mean they add up to 180, meaning that this angle A1 sum up with this angle B1, they will be equal to 180 degrees. That's what they actually mean, guys. They actually mean. I hope you have differentiated between straight lines and parallel lines, right? I hope you have differentiated that. Remember, parallel lines are equal in distance, and they will never meet. They are not like straight lines. So I hope you have seen the difference. You've spotted the difference between straight lines and parallel lines. On our upcoming video, which will be posted next week, I will inform you when will it be posted, but this week definitely, where we're going to work with an activity that involves straight lines and parallel lines, right? So and we'll also next week we'll also post a video that will talk about the postulates, right? The postulates. We'll learn about what postulates and how do we apply them. Because in an MIP exam 2601, if you check last year's paper, there was straight lines and parallel lines. They did came on an examination. So if you have prepared well, you wouldn't have any problem. You won't have any problem. So it's very essential that you prepare yourself. So if you're new to this channel, guys, do the right thing, subscribe, like, comment. See you on the next one.